Hey, movie fans, this is Seen It All, where every week we pick a film, break it down, and have some laughs while we're at it. Hello, welcome to Seen It All. Thank you guys for coming here and come for another episode. Now, before we do start, just want to give you guys a heads up. Brother, that Player Ready one is still streaming up there, and then we have the client following suit. We did have some comments. One of the comments was that the main character, the boy, he was I want to say sexually assaulted by Bryan Singer and some other directors. Hey, that's not me saying that. That's what the media or investigations are saying. So they're just allegations. They're not, I don't know if they're 100% true or not. So don't come at me. But yeah, so that's what led into his drug and alcohol. So sad to hear, of that. But a lot of people did like this movie a lot. They say it's a great, amazing movie. So I don't know what Amber's talking about. It was a great movie. But yeah, now we're going to John Grisham's second book, which is The Rainmaker. The Rainmaker. So, brother, off the top, this is my first time actually watching it. This is my first time. I didn't even know that we had all. What a great cast! Was John Grisham one of those, um, like I guess, book writers that everybody wanted to be part of? Like man, because there was like six main starting actors that are just little parts in there. I was just shocked, I was just like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, so let's start the movie. All right. So the movie is about a lawyer or a kid who wants to be a lawyer who is getting ready to take the bar exam, and he jumps into a lawyer. He works for a lawyer who's kind of a shady lawyer, ambulance chaser.
Just a
And
little bit, yeah.
yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. And then the goal is he had a case, insurance fraud case that he wanted to pursue. And the whole premise of the movie is him getting evidence and working with the clients to win that case. There's a lot of twists and turns, so keep up and let's go. So let's start off right away. Who do you think was the scene stealer?
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. I'm not
That
gonna
guy
be
was
just like
funny
crazy
and
good.
everything.
Yeah,
Everything he said in that movie was funny or just, you know, classic Danny. So I think he was the scene stealer. He wasn't in it as much as everybody else, but still that was just enough for him to be in it to, pretending to be an attorney, as he always has famous lines. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. No one even cares anyway. So for me, it was him.
I 100% with you. I agree because he was a scene stealer. I felt like every part in that movie was great because of him. And I always liked that he was always hustling. He was always working. He was always like 3 o'clock
Always.
in the morning. Hey, so what are you up to? Like, I got this and this, and I got this first. I was like, damn. Even Matt Damon was like, hey, don't you sleep? It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Even
So
when they were having that dinner at the beginning, he's like, "Here, check this out. Look." I'm like, "Damn, jeez, I couldn't even have dinner." Always something, which is a
yeah,
good thing.
he was always ahead, one step ahead of everybody, which I really liked about that. Like he was really good and he was likable too. He wasn't one of those
Yeah, he
like,
was. Right.
like, yeah. So I was really shocked how good he was in this movie. And then for you, what was one line or lines that you liked?
Pretty much back to Danny DeVito. Well, I'm not that. I'm sorry. Bad Damon. Now he said at the beginning, he pretty much started out with let's get out the whole lawyer jokes. They just get them out. That it wasn't one line, but just in particular that scene where he just brings up all the lawyer jokes, the top five or whatever he says. But yeah, for me that was classic. I'm like, I gotta love it. Just typical John Grisham too. He's got that sense of humor.
Yeah.
So that being said, I have seen this movie many times. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it's number one up there for me for Grisham movies, and he did a good job with, or Matt Damon did a good job following everything. So the line for me was Lawyer jokes. I like them a lot, and it
There
went
you go.
throughout later on. With ambulance chasers and all that stuff. So I was like, yep, pretty much. So yeah.
For me, like I watched it a few days ago, so I'm a little rusty, so forgive me. But for me, it was the dialogue between what do you call it, Matt Damon. Actually, no, Danny DeVito and the scummy lawyer when he's in the Bahamas after he gets
Yeah,
arrested. He like calls them and like I just like
yeah,
that because he's very like yeah, we broke away from you, we left you when the FBI was arresting you, but I need your
yeah,
help. So I was
yeah,
like, cool.
exactly. By the way,
Yeah. By the way, hey, we have a situation. Can you help me here? And like that schemy, slimy lawyer was like all about it. His Michael, what is it? Michael Rourke. Yeah, he was really good. So I think that whole conversation was like even though he does all these things, he still helps out. He still was like wants to help out. So I think that whole dialogue was pretty cool. Like I liked it. It was just a nice thing.
I
Uh,
agree. Yeah.
plot holes. Any plot holes for you?
Um, a dude who abused the for me the basically the plot of I was just shocked when the guy died. The dude that was abusing that woman. That
Yeah, Claire
pretty much
Danes.
threw me off. Yeah, I was like, What?" That just threw me off. That I don't know. That's part of the comment of yours of plot hole, but for me, that's what it was. It made it really glaring for me. Just like, wow, they don't mess around. This is really it was that bad. So I was just not surprised of the incident, but I was surprised very much that he died. Wow. So that was for me, which is unfortunate because it does happen all the time, abuse and so on.
Yeah, so I guess for me that was another thing. I didn't know if I wanted to put that as a. I had it as a plot hole, but I don't know if I want
Yeah.
to or not because it was just a whole side story. It wasn't like the
Yeah,
main
I agree.
story. And then to me it was just like, okay, so he killed the guy. Claire Danes takes the fall for it, and then the resolution for the ending of that plot is that oh, the DA say he's not going to press charges, and I was just like, what? So what's like what? Like at least have a conversation. Like didn't even show it. He was just shows up.
No,
Like yeah, the DA. Like at least have the DA and then having a conversation, like an emotional conversation, like fighting or something. Like, but it was just like she's in jail. I'm gonna do everything I can, and then next thing, yeah, the DA is not gonna prosecute. So it was just
yeah.
like, it's like okay, so why is all this needed? Like, so he like I don't get it. I guess
There
it
was
was
I know it's a long movie, but there was a lot of things that didn't need to add. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, wait, what now?
yeah,
So, for me, another one was actually, I don't recall part of the comment here is, the plot hole, but, how did Danny DeVito know about the bugs? I was like, this
yeah,
guy,
right.
I was like, what the- I
So
would have liked to know.
because
And
of the bug thing, I was like, is Danny DeVito like playing a different side too? Like I didn't trust him because of that. I was like, how did he find that? Who's this random guy that now can. And then that guy like who found like researches the bugs, now he goes and helps them out. Like a third character just came in. Like what just
so that
happened
kind of
here?
goes, I got a little ahead of myself about, what kind of deleted scene I would like to see. And that was one of them where it would have been nice to know, or at least show us, how they bugged the place.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems kind of like an obvious question, but, you know, how?
No, I
How do you,
agree. Yeah. Because it's very random. Like,
Very random, yeah.
it's like, we're
Yeah.
bugged. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, we're bugged. Yeah, don't talk. Bugs? We got bugs? Like,
No,
so
that
like,
is
yeah.
true. I agree with you. I would definitely delete that scene. Like, I would add that scene because that was just like
Yeah.
very
Just
random.
showing those guys going in there and just putting in and how Danny DeVito would have an idea of that. But I guess he's been
Yeah.
with the other guy, so he knows all about shady things. So that's like he knows how that works.
Yeah. And
I got
then
ahead of myself, but that's the scene that I would like to have seen.
I agree 100% on that, man. Who would you recast?
Like you said, nobody. Everybody was good in that. Everybody was good actors. The poor guy was dying of leukemia or whatever, bone marrow.
Yeah.
Even to the guy who was abusing Claire Danes, he did an excellent job. So no, I don't. I wouldn't change anybody. They all did an excellent job
I don't know, man. I feel like Matt Damon was kind of too new of an actor to
at the
play
time.
it
Yeah,
because I just felt
yeah.
like
He
some
just
scenes, like he couldn't bring that emotional like impact that you wanted. Like the whole Claire Danes, getting beat up and him falling for her. It was just, I felt forced. It didn't feel like natural. Like there's some scenes where he's like, you can be like, oh man, he looks natural. That looks good. But for some parts, I just, he just, I don't know. I just felt like he was too amateur of an actor right there. Maybe when he was in his Bourne movie, after he completed the Bourne movie, he could have came to that role. He would have aced it. He would have done
right.
great. But I would have I'm sorry, but I would replace Matt Damon because, yeah, I just couldn't get like there were some good scenes of them where he was like a lawyer, a lawyer that didn't know how to be a lawyer. He was really good at that. Like you have to ask if I can talk or if I can approach the
Oh yeah, that's right.
witness
Approach the
because he
bench.
just yeah the approach the bench
Yeah,
and
be like,
and
whoops.
he just kept going there. He's like, oh, oops, my bad. So
Yeah.
like things like that, I was like, okay, yeah, a newbie lawyer would do stuff like that, but there's just like that emotional impact. He couldn't deliver it all the time. So for me,
Well, like you said, because at the beginning when he was taking the bar exam, you can see all the other shady people are going to be attorneys, and he stood out. Like I don't know, you know, the goody goody two shoe guy, but yeah, I guess.
and then for you, what was there like a wait, what kind of scene like that either made no sense or you felt like out of place or just it caught you off guard? I mean, I know you said
The guy died.
yeah, the guy died,
Yeah.
like that one, but you said that was more of it fell out of place, right? But is there like a scene that made zero sense for you?
Yeah, but another one, I guess, if I were to think of one real quick, would be the guy who died, who leukemia. I was kind of like, wait, what? Now he died? I thought he
Yeah,
was gonna be throughout the whole movie. I'm dying, this and that, but just like that, he's gone. Like, whoa, okay.
yeah, no,
I
it
was
caught me off
just, I
guard
thought he
too.
was gonna be in
Yeah,
it more. I was like, wow.
I thought
Like,
it was gonna be like Tom Hanks Philadelphia, where you see him like go
yeah,
through the process to
exactly.
the end, not just
Yeah.
like okay, we're at his funeral. Like what?
Man, he rest in peace. Like, damn, already. That
For
was my way.
me, that scene that made zero sense is like before that the abusive husband got killed. I didn't understand why Matt Damon took a gun and then,
Yeah.
like, to me, it's like
And
he
he
took
used
a
it.
gun. He ended up getting his butt kicked. I was like, you have a gun. How are you getting your butt kicked? And then the gun
Right.
flips out, and then nobody can find it. And then the way he dies is through a baseball bat. So you're like, why even bring the gun? Why shell the gun?
Yeah.
It made no sense. Like, but that's just me.
I agree. You're right. One shot, that's it. Yeah.
All
So I
right.
guess that goes to show you with Matt Damon acting like that. I was like, come
Yeah.
on, man. I don't picture him with the gun either. At least not that character. So
And then
that's a good point too.
yeah. And then, did you have any cameos that you like, or any chaos that happened, or weird casting that you liked in this movie?
I don't know about. I guess weird. Yeah. What's the guy's name? The attorney, the bad one. Gosh, I can't think of his name.
Ricky Rourke, or Ricky? Is it Ricky Rourke or Mickey Rourke? Mickey Rourke, yeah,
No, no. The Matt Damon was going against the big wig, the big guy, the
yeah, John Voight.
that boy. That's it. I couldn't think of his name. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. What, what was the question again? I'm sorry. What was that?
The cameo.
What were you saying? Yeah, cameo. Yeah. yeah, I don't know. I just didn't. It was weird for me seeing him in some scenes, and like kind of being embarrassed. I just didn't really like him. Being big shot attorney and then being all embarrassed. Certain things like the whole, they put in the bug and everything. And he's all acting like, "Oh, whoops, you caught me," or I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that. Boy, he had forced to do that. It should have been somebody else, not him.
Yeah.
The big
I
shot.
agree. Yeah,
I
no,
didn't like that at
100%
all.
agree. Yeah, because he was such a
Matt Damon. He goes like that, and he's like, "Whoops!" Like,
yeah.
nah, come on.
No, I agree with you. Like the bugging scene, like man, he would tell him to do that. Like that lawyer is too good to do that. And then where he gets embarrassed by the judge, where he's like,
Right.
"Oh, we're using your own wording,
Yeah.
your own case against you," and he's like, "What?" Like he wouldn't let that happen if he was that good. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
just a few
Exactly.
things like that I didn't, that was weird for his lawyer, that out of place.
Right. The
But for
big
me,
shot.
there was a lot of great actors in it, like was it Danny Glover as the judge?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like he was so good in there. Claire Danes, even though she had a small part, Mickey Ward, this be lawyer, everybody. So it was nice
Everybody.
seeing that. Like I was just shocked. I think there was like 6 or 7 actors in there. Like I was like, "What? He's in this? What? There he is!" It was crazy.
Consider I've seen that so many times, but yeah, I forgot too. Then I saw it was 1997, so yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. And then, would you survive this? Would you survive, this? I guess I don't know if it would be survive. More would be like, as Matt Damon, would you be able to pull this off?
No, no, I would not. No, even though it is a big shot, lawyer is going against. I mean, I'm not obviously I don't know how to be a lawyer, but I can imagine. You know, well, you go back to that scene where John Boy tells him, "Oh, it's okay, judge," but then it makes sense how that's why he said he can be an attorney because they were playing the whole game, him and the judge that died. So that makes sense. But um, uh, yeah,
I like that. I like that. That scene though was good because his purpose was to get him to go to the back, so him and
yeah,
the judge can try to screw him over. After he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, he's not a lawyer yet, but I'll take
yeah.
that." You know. So, but then, yeah, then randomly that judge dies the next day. Like what?
I kind
Oh,
of figured once he was like, "God, I cannot stop." I'm like, yeah, something's gonna happen.
really? I wasn't.
Smokers,
I guess I didn't pay attention to. I know. I was like, man, this guy calls a lot.
smokers cough. Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
like, yep, something's gonna happen to this guy. Oh,
So, what do you think? The vibe check, did it have everything emotionally and everything from the acting or the actors?
yes, I believe so. They, finishing up on that last question about the, you know, uh, not question. I'm sorry. I'm not commenting about the judge being all shady and everything. And at the end, that's when Danny DeVito tells Matt Damon, "Hey, listen, it's a trick, you know." And then Matt Damon was like, "Oh, I already know. I already know they're trying to screw me out of this and that and that." So that was, I was like, something's fishy, and I kind of figured. So I was like, yeah, it's okay. So I would not survive in being in an attorney world. I mean, you got to really be sleazy, hence all the jokes. You got to be really bad to get, to do all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, the bike check, yeah, it was there. I mean, considering there's all these side stories, like you said, um, I believe it kept going with the whole lawyer thing. I'm a lawyer. I can help you against this guy who's abusing you. I'm a lawyer. I can help with this big case. I'm a lawyer. I can help with the will. So I believe so. Being the whole attorney thing, yeah, typical John Grisham, he fills in for a lot of, you know, law stuff. So I believe he did, or the guy who did the movie did a good job
No,
fulfilling
I
that.
think Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it hit the vibe check, especially when like the stories were going in a different way, and then you had like Danny DeVito
Yeah,
came in there and made it funny and made it like, oh, you're more invested now because what he did. So I agree with you. It was the vibe check is there. Like I said, the only thing for me was just that sometimes Matt Damon couldn't pull it off as strong as I wanted him to, or I was expecting you know, but that was like towards his younger years of acting. But
yeah.
so what do you think of the ending?
I don't like it.
What?
I
Really?
guess it left me hanging with Danny DeVito, unless I missed something of him leaving.
Hmm.
Well, Matt Damon said he's moving, right? I
Yeah,
believe he said he's
with
moving.
Claire Danes there. Yeah,
Right. So I would think Danny DeVito will follow him and continue on doing stuff.
I
But
don't
I
think he
guess,
wanted to.
oh, okay. Okay. I guess I couldn't figure that out. He just left, call me when you get a law degree. So, or the bar exam, so I didn't like that ending, to be honest. After all that Danny DeVito did, he's like, I'm out of here. I didn't really like that. And that was, could have been different for me. Obviously deleting that scene, just, well, we got screwed. They fell bankruptcy, so we're not going to get anything, you know, that would have been it. But for me, I did not like the ending.
Yes, I have a like love hate relationship with that ending because I like that even though they won, they didn't get paid, so nobody won. But at the same time, like Matt Damon is moving for Claire Danes. They just
Right.
won a big lawsuit. Like, yeah, they're not getting paid for it, and it's embarrassing. They're the most famous lawyers, and there's this pressure for them. So I think it would have been nice for them, like a nice little transition for those, like, Danny DeVito and them to be fighting again to get to that level, fighting criminal justice. But instead, is they split up and the best lawyer right there just get
Yeah,
pissed off. He just let the guy go. Like, what? Like, that guy just helped you win a case. And you're
pretty
just
much.
he did everything. All Matt
Pretty
Damon
much.
did was fall in love, get beat up, and struggle.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah,
Like, it was like the best part of the movie. He helped everything in
he
that
helped
case.
everything. Yeah,
But I
he knew the
like it that
bugs.
they didn't
And,
win anything because they went bankrupt. But I hated that they had to split up and they went their own
yeah,
ways. I think they should have stayed together. I think they would have been a great for a sequel because I would have watched it.
exactly. A
You know,
sequel. Yep. They would have continued on, but then that being said, I don't know if you knew that there's a show too.
but no,
The Rainmaker. Yeah, there's a show also. Yeah.
is it
Uh,
based on the book or the movie?
yeah. Well, it's based on it's a series based on the book. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, okay, I have to check it out.
Yeah, it's on, I don't know, Paramount Plus or so. I don't know, who knows what, but it's out there. And yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Like I said, I'm kind of hesitant on that, but it's not really a redo, a movie, a remake. They're just continuing on, which is kind of what you just said.
So,
It was such a good plot that they could have continued on doing something, which is probably why they got that idea this year or whenever it was produced. But yeah, so if you have time, whatever, we just put it on and watch the show and see if it fulfills that. But
yeah,
yeah,
all right.
so I
So,
think that's probably better than doing a movie, a remake, like a lot of reboots and everything. Blah.
yeah,
So
that's true. And then, so what do you think? Cue it or screw it?
yeah, Q, man, that's definitely worth watching,
Yeah, I agree with
especially if
you.
you like Grisham.
Yeah, it's actually one of the few lawyer movies that I appreciate that are really good. There's what do you call it? Few Good Men is always going to be the number one, and then you have the rest.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I feel like So I think they did a really good job. I think it was a really strong movie. Very a lot of the what do you call it? Matt Damon's just being a new lawyer and all this group scene does. I think that was great. I like the subtleties of that. Uh, but I always felt like there was always these scenes that were so. where they got that lady to come in to the court and
Oh yeah.
she said about the you and what they're supposed to they took that chapter out, and she was supposed to there right there it says that they're supposed to say no to any of the what was it called? Well, I forgot the operation. They were just supposed to say no to it. But I
Right.
think,
The claim.
yeah, as say no to the claims. But I felt like Matt Damon should have known, so because John Voight comes up to her, and is like, "Hey, were you in a mental institution?" Like that's something you would know. Like you want to just, you know, just not know, and then just walk somebody in like that and do testimony. You would try to figure out how to fight that, not just like you're on your own. So maybe that's because
Yeah.
it's that new lawyer. I don't know, but I was just like, well, I don't know. It's not something you should know. It's not about your star witness. But,
Also keep in mind it's based on a book. You know how it is. They always change things around to make it entertainment and everything. So obviously I read the book back that was back in the day, but still yeah. The book is better. Yes, from what I recall, but yeah, they did a pretty decent job. I'm sure Grisham had to say yay or nay, so but yeah, no, stream it for sure. Watch it. It's good.
no, I agree
But
with you. It's definitely stream it. Definitely good. There's a lot of great parts. And what blew me away is how young Matt Damon is. I was just like blown
yeah,
away. Just like, oh my God, this kid's like a baby.
I don't remember when that movie came out where he made him famous with Ben Affleck, but
Yeah, I don't know. The Good Will
um,
Hunting. Yeah, I don't know what year.
yeah,
Yeah, double
but
check.
that was pretty close to his stardom right there. But I said it was in '97, so I think pretty close to. Anyway, yeah, he did a good job. But yeah, you're right. For an attorney, could have been somebody else. I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more like you would have believed it more.
yeah,
And I just felt like that was just Matt Damon, like trying to, on the
yeah.
he did a good job, but not a great job. So I still give him his, you know, flowers there. He did a really good job. But, um, yeah, any last words before we head out?
Again, I'm a huge John Grisham fan, so for me, like I said earlier, it's pretty much number one on my list as well worth watching, and I'm glad I got to see it again. Yeah, can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've seen two really good movies. It's actually I haven't read the book, so forgive me, people. But yeah, they were really good movies. I enjoyed them. They're good pacing. People are gonna enjoy it, so I definitely want them to stream it. Two good movies so far from John Grisham. I can't say a bad thing about it. Anybody else, please leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. Any comments regarding scene stealers, any deleted scenes you guys wish they took out. And then yeah, just let us know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys think about Matt Damon. Am I wrong about how he's acting? I don't know. Let me know. But thank you guys, and then we'll see you guys next week for Seeing It All. Thank you.
Thanks.